we there?
We're recording.
It's happening.
We're happening.
I need Silly Buddy to put the show on the road. All right. Hi, everybody. Welcome to my side of the story. The Gospel According to Jennifer.
That's right.
We are going to try to talk about some serious stuff today because there's so much serious stuff happening. But I also need to talk about this podcast and I don't even know why I have a podcast at this point.
You're the only person that doesn't understand the point of this.
Really?
Everyone
Because
else.
I just don't understand it. So
It's so annoying.
if you weren't here last week, Jeremy just was like, hey, guess what? I'm not doing it anymore. It's yours. And you're doing it now. So hot potato. He just threw it to me like a hot potato.
It's not how I said it.
This is what it felt like. It felt like, hey, Drew's leaving and it's going to suck. So I don't want to do it anymore.
Okay, first of all, you never say suck.
I don't.
No.
I feel like I do.
I feel like you must have not heard anything I said. I mean, it must have been like you glitched and didn't hear anything I said.
I didn't glitch. I just was like, maybe I was in shock.
I said we've done 50 episodes of the Gospel According to Jeremy.
Okay.
I have pretty much brought all of the content that I really have on the point was for me to be talking about like soul care stuff.
You don't have any more to talk about.
Stop. Listen. Are you going to listen?
Oh my gosh. Now it's your gospel again. Guess what?
No, I'm trying to tell you. And so I just explained to our listeners that I'm not sure that I have any more stuff to churn out, but all of the comments, 7 out of 8 comments that we would ever get, they're just like, more Jennifer. I want to hear more from Jennifer. I want to hear, people ask me, ask Jennifer what it's like to do this. Tell Jennifer to talk about this.
I wish you had some specifics because then we could talk about it.
And so throughout the week, I was thinking, you know what? It feels like it's time, at least for the next couple of months, I'm just going to turn this over to you.
Okay.
Rather than you starting a podcast and all that, now, that's exactly what I said last week.
Do you think, here's my question, do you think that if you hadn't started a podcast that I would have started one of my own?
No, probably not.
Okay. I just wondered, because you're like, rather than you starting, I don't see this isn't something I would have done.
Well, no, okay. You have, over the past year, going, well, if I do a podcast, this is what I would do. This is what I would talk about.
Oh, wow.
So it just felt like the Lord was just leading this direction.
We're bringing the Lord into it.
Well, I felt like I didn't want to just stop because I really like doing this.
Yeah.
But I do feel like, remember when we were living in Africa and Henry Blackaby's son came and he talked and he was like, the whole point is not try to spin up something new, but find what God is doing
and get in it.
Get in that. Mm-hmm. And we asked him what to do about some stuff and
he told us and we totally didn't do it.
He told us exactly what to do.
He gave us which is not like anyone to ever do.
No.
Like he said, do this in remembrance of me. No, he said, do this. And we didn't.
No. Matter of fact, we had...
all hell broke loose.
No, I have the headphones on right now, and you can't do that because I just
pounding.
Heard... Yeah. We asked him about a specific, and he specifically told us what to do.
He did.
Go home and do this and this.
Yeah. And we were like,
Well, actually, no. We were like, we're going to do this. And then we got home, we're like, well...
Yeah.
We kind of like this situation.
Yeah, maybe we don't want to do that.
So, anyways, so to me, it feels like, and one of the comments we got, first of all the comments were positive. They're like, yes, can't wait.
Yeah, FedEx was just
a couple of people gave us name suggestions for you.
Oh.
Like, where are we going in this handbasket? And, but, I did just like the thing you just said.
My side of the story.
Yeah. So, sorry, I glitched there for a second. I lost my train of thought. So somebody commented, Jennifer, I think you should still have Jeremy on it.
Sometimes. Didn't they say
she said sometimes?
Sometimes.
So
Yeah,
I mean,
think
and
I need Jeremy on it all the time.
Our friend Carl asked Drew, "Hey, are you Drew from Jennifer's podcast?" So, anyways, I'm happy to do it with you,
Good.
and I'm happy to help you if you ever want to plan anything, which I know really goes against every
It's like bending my fingernails backwards.
every fiber in your body.
It does. What is wrong with me?
You can't stand a plan.
Sometimes we need to go through the variants and the
Yeah, you know what? We could do that next week. The instinctual variant.
the instinctual variants. That would be interesting because my instinctual variant that goes against everything. In me. That's my blind card.
You don't
Blind spot.
blind spot. Yeah, you don't like a plan.
I don't like a plan.
Except sometimes before we play music, you will want to know the set list.
Yeah.
Which is really weird.
Yeah.
Or
I like to make a plan sometimes when we're going on vacation. I want to make sure I see everything.
Yeah. Sometimes we would have new people come out on the road with us, whether they were maybe sitting in the band or working in production or whatever. And, all of us that were normal, that are all of our regular people, they knew that kind of our rhythm is we practice songs and then there's no set list.
Right.
We just kind of feel it out from the audience. And I had these certain hand signals, or I would go back and just kind of whisper to everybody, this is what we're doing next. And we kind of had a flow. Everybody knew if we're doing this song, this one's probably coming. But then we would have these people come in that weren't regulars and they go, hey, can I get a set list from you? And I'd go, actually, no.
Sorry.
I remember people would ask you guys to go, how do you decide what you're going to play? And you guys would go, I don't know. We just go out there and Jeremy tells us what to do.
He just tells us what to do.
But that's not this. And it may take us, bear with us. It may take us a little time to find a flow, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And you're thinking about having guests.
Yes, I am. And we have we moved downstairs.
Yeah. This suits you way better.
Than that hole up there with all the posters.
Yeah, this is.
Yeah, I mean, this doesn't even feel permanent, but it's nice to be in some natural light.
Yeah. I've had people ask me before how to describe you. And I go, or they'll say, like, what do you love about Jennifer?
People ask you that?
Oh, yeah.
Weird.
And maybe.
Isn't it obvious?
Maybe. Yeah, totally. What I saw in the bathroom up there, yeah, it's obvious. What
does that mean?
That lip thing you're doing.
Oh.
Good Lord. I came into the bathroom just now before we did it because I wanted to shave, and she had something on her lips.
I'm doing that lip stain. It's like you put it on, and then you let it dry, and then you rip it off. I was totally influenced by my Instagram.
Who was it?
It's just random. They're just selling it.
It's so gross, though, before you take it off.
Yeah, it's so dark.
Oh, my gosh.
It's scary.
It's like corpse-ish.
Yeah.
It's really weird.
It's scary.
But it might take us a minute to get in the flow, and you'll just have to decide what topics we're going to talk about. I feel like if it is, my side of the story or the gospel according to Jennifer, whatever it ends up being, you need to be in charge of the topics and the guests. And then we'll be all right. We'll just move through it.
Well, we have to talk about Charlie Kirk today.
Yeah.
I felt bad last week because we had recorded.
Yes.
And did it happen that day?
An hour later.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, it was so horrible.
Drew left.
Right, because we left and went to get lunch and went to get our tire fixed.
Yeah.
Yes.
We were sitting at the Taziki's outside, and you said, because I think that this will be a I remember where I was moment for so many people. Don't you think?
Yeah. Yeah. It's wild. I mean, so we were at Taziki, and I'm on this group text with a bunch of people who think like me.
Oh, gosh. I think they're worse than you.
You don't even know them. Anyway, so.
You're on a group text with, 6 other guys?
No, there's some women in there. I have
There are?
I've only met two of them, and one of them briefly, and the other one, both of them I hardly know. So it's just kind of funny that I'm in this group text. But, so it said Charlie Kirk was just shot. And must have just happened.
Right, because we were already having a deep and meaningful.
Right.
Because you were kind of helping me process through some stuff that I had remembered.
You were dealing with
past
some
2 or 3
stuff.
days,
and I was like, please hold.
Yeah.
Charlie Kirk. So then we saw a video from far away, and it was like, oh, well, maybe he can be okay.
Yeah.
And then we went to the tire place, and we were still checking the news. And then while we were sitting there, I saw a close-up video that I wish I hadn't seen.
Yeah.
It was horrible.
Yeah, that second one that you showed me was not, it wasn't the closest close-up, but it was enough to go.
There's no way.
And then we saw the one, right from his left.
Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about.
And that one was...
It was...
Yeah.
There was no way.
People talk about like seeing movies and
You
getting...
need to turn that way. You're shadowed a little bit. Go
Okay.
ahead.
People talk about seeing movies and getting desensitized. And then they say you can't tell reality from fiction, but you can.
Well,
like
and I
when
think...
when you know the person is alive and then they're not.
It's just so crazy. I listen to him all the time.
Right. You had more of a
I feel like I had a relationship with this kid. Like, I mean, he feels like a nephew.
Yeah.
So
well, he could be your kid. What was he, 31?
Yeah.
And you're what, 64?
Shut up.
No, he could have been your kid.
I would have been very young.
Right.
Yeah.
No, you'd have been 19.
That's young. Right.
Mom was 17.
Well, right, but that's very young. That's crazy young.
Yeah, true.
Okay,
true
so yes, he could have been my kid, but he feels like that kind of thing. I don't know. I don't know why we all feel. I've read a couple things about why we all feel so affected by it. Like maybe we just all felt like we had this relationship with him, even people who didn't listen to him.
Yeah. Well, they call it parasocial relationships. So my understanding of it is, most of our relationships are either you know about me, I know about you from like a friend or whatever, but we don't know each other, or we do know each other, but these are weird because we know all about them and they don't know we exist.
He doesn't even know I exist.
Yeah. This is what happened when people used to walk up to us in a autograph line. Remember?
Yeah.
It would be like, they would be like, I feel like we know you through your music.
Right.
And then we had to like go,
oh, thanks. Yeah. You just kind of feel bad.
Yeah. And in a way they did know us.
Right.
I've had this with a couple of the authors that I really love that I've gotten to meet. And it's awkward because I'm telling them how their stories have affected me. And they know nothing about me.
And they're like, okay.
Well, that happened the other day in New York. Remember we met Dusty Slay?
Jeremy is obsessed with Dusty Slay.
I do love
Which is
Dusty
so funny
Slay.
because you have a type.
I do.
Because you say that Dusty Slay and I are the same person.
Oh my gosh, you are. If Dusty Slay would ever agree to come on this podcast, there would be this weird, seriously, like a vortex would open up. And you two would open a portal into another universe.
I know.
I mean, it's like you try to put Dusty Slay into a box, and then he'll say something. You're like, well, you can't label him like that.
No.
And it's the same with you. You're like, you put Jennifer in this box, and all of a sudden you're like, nope, I don't. This is not where I belong. And then you're like, okay, well, you fit there. And you're, oh, nope, she doesn't fit there.
Well, and he has it's funny because he has some weird stuff like I do.
Yeah.
I mean, like he doesn't rake his leaves. Like that's one of a big one.
Yeah.
People bring him leaves to shows and stuff.
Yep.
Because it's better for your yard. And yeah.
You know what?
But we met Dusty. We were waiting for Sadie for something. I come out of the building. I had just dropped her off. I don't know what we were doing, and you were gone. And I was like, and Sadie's like, I think that's Dusty Slay. And you were down talking to him.
Yeah. So he walks by and I saw him and I was like, should I or shouldn't I? Because I see a lot of people that are famous and most of the time I just am like.
But Dusty, you do feel like
And
you spend a lot of time with Dusty.
I do. And I really, really like him. And so he goes by and he's probably now 20 or 30 feet down the block. And I just go, hey, Dusty. Like I know him.
Yeah.
And he turns around and he's like, hey, how are you doing? I can't really do his voice.
You can do him pretty good, actually.
But he's like, hey, how are you? And he's got like...
What did he have? He had like
fruit and water.
A big thing of water.
Bananas.
Yes, and some bananas, yeah. And I tried to tell him some clean places to go eat because he's so picky about what he eats.
But anyway, it was so funny. But I even said to him, I was like, "Oh, I just realized we really know you, and we just last night watched your special."
Oh, right, because his special, that's why he was in
Yes.
New York, because his special had just come out
So we just watched the special. We did.
in the hotel.
And I was like, I just realized you don't know us at all. I
Sorry.
said that right to him. And he was kind of like, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I don't know you. Can I go now?
And I had met him one time before at the Nashville airport. I didn't, but he was sitting there and I was like, oh, I want to go say hi to Dusty Slay. And Hutch was with me.
Oh, dear. You can't do anything like that with Hutch.
No. And so I did go over to him and he was sitting down waiting to get on the plane. I was standing up and it felt weird. So
This
I
is
did.
the kneel down.
Yeah, Hutch goes, please don't tell me you did the kneel down. But I didn't want to stand over him and talk at him, so I just sort of knelt one knee down in front of him.
Oh, no.
Anyways,
So icky.
I probably could have said in New York, hey, I'm the kneel down guy.
He'd have been like, oh, I
Yeah,
remember you.
and then, I remember that.
That was weird.
Yeah. Okay, so
Yeah, so we saw that video. It was horrible.
Yeah.
Horrible. We knew at that point but they kept saying, well, nobody really knows yet.
but everybody did.
But once we saw that, you said there's no way.
Well, because on that particular video, they had run it unedited. And
was
so you
horrible.
could see them trying to get him into the SUV. And there was quite a bit of blood that was just following him.
Yeah, it was just awful.
Yeah.
And
you probably have more of a parasocial relationship with him than I do. I
Oh,
knew
for sure.
I knew who he was and I'd watched some clips, but you consumed his content.
Oh yeah, and I listened to Thought Crime. He was on Thought Crime with Jack Posobiec. I listened to that every week, and so I felt like I knew him.
Yeah. And you also, there's a certain little boy
Yeah,
that you just love.
I just love little boys.
He's still got that baby face.
Yes, he was just like the sweetest little
Yes.
boy. I just felt like I needed to protect him.
That's you.
Yeah, I
You know
felt like
what I
I
mean?
just and so it just kills me. It breaks my heart. I mean, as it does everybody.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm caught between being angry, being sad. I don't want to lose the moment because of the revival that seems to be happening.
Yeah.
But I do feel like we're being kind of sold a bill of goods with this with this single shooter. I mean, I know it was one shot and one shooter, but I'm not sure he worked alone. But I'm kind of like, what? At this point, it's not the time. Like maybe it's not the time for that, right?
Yeah. I mean, I could watch the grief play out with you last week.
Oh, I was a
because
mess.
At first you were in shock, and that day we didn't talk about it much, and you kind of acted, air quotes, normal, because it was the shock of it. Like,
Yeah.
And then by Thursday you had started to really enter into grief and
Yeah.
anger and
Yeah, I mean, I'm watching the Candace Owen. Have you seen any of this Candace Owen stuff?
No.
Well,
I mean, just from what I've heard come out of the bathroom.
she is so angry.
Which, by the way, when I say come out of the bathroom, that's Jennifer listening to stuff in the bathroom. I've said it a couple of times now.
And it sounds like I spend a lot of time sitting on the toilet. That's what when you say that, like it's just me brushing my teeth. When I'm brushing my teeth and washing my face and taking a shower,
bath,
taking a bath.
watching hoof videos. I mean, look, you spend more time in our master bathroom than in any other room in this house.
Well,
I mean,
possibly.
look, I get up at 1 in the morning to do like a middle of the night pee, and you're in the bathroom closet on the floor watching hooves be shaved.
Sometimes I'm watching the hoof guy from Ireland.
And I'm like, babe,
Cow hooves. They're so addicting.
Babe, come to bed, and you're just like in a trance watching
Cow
these.
hooves are so addicting, you guys. You try it. I promise.
That's a sound bite.
I also got
Drew told me he's going to edit this for us, so he just needs to make this one. What did you say? Cow hooves are so addicting.
also chiropractor videos. I got on that for a while.
You did get into those for a while.
Those are so satisfying. But anyway,
so
she's really angry. I didn't realize that they were close, really close. So her first video that she came out with was very sweet, and she was showing old videos of them when they traveled together, and very sweet, and talked about him. But now she's mad. She's just mad. And so now his pastors come out, and his pastor's wife, and some people are saying, hey, we don't want to talk about this.
Who? Charlie's pastor
Yeah.
and his wife?
These people keep walking by. Yeah, Charlie's pastor.
Why don't they want to talk about
I don't
it?
know. I don't know if they're like, hey, we're trying to grieve.
Oh, okay.
Let's not lose the moment. I think that's part of it too. Like, hey, this is a good moment. There are people who are going, I haven't been to church in 10 years. And for some reason, I feel like I should go now, which
Yeah.
is amazing.
Yeah, it's great.
1 to 3 million people in England.
Yeah. Well, this is where, and you know this about me, babe. I don't like things that divide people. I'm a connector, and I can almost always go, okay, I could see why. I could see them doing that. Like, I mean, yeah, I want to live in a country where there's no abortion, but I can see why somebody would do it.
Oh, sure.
You know what I mean? And you and I both can, but there is something in this where it's like, hey, it's whatever the good people on both sides, like this thing is, there is a definite different reaction and response this time.
Oh my gosh. Well, this time, what do you mean by this time? Because every time.
Right. No,
There's a different response and reaction.
They're comparing it to, like, say, when I say they, people who are, forward facing in the media, people have brought up George Floyd and all that. And I'm like, well, that's a different response. After George Floyd, cities burned.
It was chaos.
And so I think what we're seeing right now is a testament to his life.
I know, it's amazing.
Because he wouldn't want for people to be rioting and, burning Teslas. He wouldn't want that.
Yeah, but also I don't think that's how this side would react. This side of...
Yeah. That's what I don't like.
I realize, but it's true.
Okay,
it's
so
true.
If we're just for the sake of a conversation, you're
Yes.
right. I do think, and I have heard people say, well, this didn't happen to you. It didn't. But here's the thing. It did happen to us. Now, obviously, it dishonors anybody who knew them and who's in the family for us to go, okay, we'll feel the same grief or whatever.
Right, sure.
But I don't know this guy's name, but Charlie's in public. Charlie Kirk was in public enough that if he just wanted to kill Charlie Kirk, he could have found a different time. Like, when President Reagan was shot, a guy tried to get as close to him as he could, and he shot him.
Right.
But this was meant to be a statement.
Oh, sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This was...
Plus, President Reagan was a president. All of the people who have been assassinated before have been politicians. Charlie was not a politician.
Okay, sure.
Which is different.
Yeah.
And it's just a dude out giving his opinion.
But he was in the political sphere.
Yeah.
I can't say that.
Sphere.
Sphere. That's one of the words that's on the do not playlist for my mind. Sphere, I can't say.
What was
anymore.
I trying to say? Oh.
What were you saying?
What was the word I was trying to say this week?
You were trying to talk about Elevation Church, and you just kept saying evolution.
Evolution worship.
Yeah.
I quit evolution.
I get up.
I'm having trouble right now. Elevation. Yes.
Yeah. Well, that's me with exclamation point. I've just given it up.
You just call it exclamation point.
It's on the. If I try to say it right, then this happens.
It's on the no-fly list.
It's on the no. I definitely have a no playlist. Sphere is on it.
Apparently. For a while, I couldn't say now I can't. Forget it. I can't say
Smyrna.
Yeah.
You cannot say Smyrna. You say Smyrna every time.
Smirnoff.
Yeah. That you probably call that Smirnoff.
Probably.
Okay, so back to this. You told me that you wanted to talk about this, like us collectively grieving.
Yes. So yes, and I feel I am angry. I feel like the news, mainstream media, whatever, is just going, well, kind of saying the both sides thing. And it's like, no, we are not the same. This is not the same. And I feel like, and we talked about this the other day, like they are gaslighting us. Like what you're seeing is not true. Do you know what I'm saying?
I do. I know what you're saying. That you and I get caught up on this a lot. We get caught up on the us, them, they.
Also, you don't like when people misuse gaslighting.
I
But
really don't.
Once I explained it to you, you said, yes, this is gaslighting.
there are people that are doing some of that. The point of gaslighting is to get someone to doubt their own ability to perceive reality correctly.
Right.
And so, before all the facts are in and everybody's just making up theory, well, that's just theorizing. But now that we're seeing actual facts and a manifesto and a text thread to his friends and stuff etched on ammunition, we're seeing that. And if someone tells us we're not, then that's gaslighting.
Well, for the longest time, they were trying to say he was a right-wing activist. Well, he obviously wasn't.
We don't. Yeah, that's the thing.
I mean,
and I always tell you, we can have a fight on the air if you want, but I always say, well, we don't know. And that bothers you. 'Cause you're
but
like,
we do know.
Some of this stuff, you're correct. We do know.
Thank you
and
for saying I'm correct. But we do know, and we have proof that, he was not. It's not the same. It is not the same response. I mean, if this were to happen to, let's say, Rachel Maddow, it would be a different animal. Would you agree?
Yeah. Talking about Rachel Maddow is hard for me because I always think of Mad Cow.
Okay. Well, Rachel Mad Cow. Well,
no. And so I like.
Okay. Think of someone who.
I know what you mean.
But who would equal Charlie Kirk on the other side?
Yes.
I can't think of anyone.
So,
maybe Bill Maher.
Or let's just say it happened to Van Jones, who I know he's not at the level.
Right.
But a black liberal guy. Yes, I do think the response would be different. And look, we don't know if it would, but I would just, if God can make beauty out of this, I want to celebrate that.
Right.
I don't have the kind of bandwidth that you have for intensely thinking something and then just kind of, you're always good at compartments. I mean, you always have been.
I'm not sure it's healthy.
Well, it's
in
healthy.
some ways it is.
Yeah, if you're an EMT, it's
right.
healthy. But like you're able to put some in a compartment and then 3 days later or 6 days later or 8 days later or a year later, you'll come to me and go, hey, okay, I think I'm ready to talk about that. I'm like, oh, that thing that I did when we were engaged.
Oh, yeah, that.
But I do think that there's something else going on this time. I mean, when you have a couple 100,000 people in other places, showing up to worship and stuff, I love that.
It's amazing.
I love
mean, it's really, I wish he could see it.
I do too. But
I mean, he probably can. I don't know, but
my friend Michelle and I were talking the other day, and she helped me kind of realize this, that, it used to be where everybody got the same news, right? Like when our parents were young, they watched,
Walter Cronkite or whatever. Yeah.
Isn't he the one that announced the Kennedy assassination? Like everybody watched it at the same time.
Maybe.
And with the moon landing, everybody listened to that at the same time.
Okay.
And then, over time, the networks started to change the way they presented the news, but it was still the same news.
Right.
And then we got cable news, and we could choose. But what Michelle and I were talking about is she's like, everybody now gets their own news channel. Mm-hmm. Like the algorithm decides what we see. And it decides, hoping that we'll keep coming back.
Yeah.
And so it's trying to make us mad and trying to make us scared. Those are the two things.
Well, I don't feel scared. I mean, weirdly, where are you headed?
Keep talking.
I don't feel, this didn't make me feel scared at all, which I think is interesting. I don't know. Maybe it should. I think it kind of freaked you out a little bit, you said.
Well, I mean,
you're not by your microphone.
I wasn't as much freaked out. I just would, for the time being, be cautious of the big crowds you're in and stuff. I mean, Hutch went right out onto the road and you were like, oh, he's going to be in public at a Christian thing.
Well, I was freaked out a little bit about that because he was going to play a worship night in a park. And it was like the next day. And I was like, ugh, I don't know about that.
So you say you're not scared, you're mad. Well, victory. They, like one or the other, they're the most two activating emotions, and they're the ones that will make us pay attention. So if you see someone really scared, if you see someone really angry, you're going to pay attention.
Yeah.
We pay attention to things that make us scared or mad. And so we're all getting our own news channel. and cats.
Yeah, I get a lot of cats. I mean, I know what she's saying. I mean, as far as news, though, I do try to watch all the news channels as far as TV news.
No, you do.
I try to watch all the news channels, even though it's maddening,
I know.
especially with this story. It has been maddening. And what they're saying now about, oh, it's just a sweet love story, and he wanted to protect his boyfriend that's transitioning into a woman. And I'm like, wait, it's not a sweet love story. This guy killed someone in cold blood. It is, and the fact that you're even saying that on the news right now makes me want to hurt you.
I know.
I mean, it is so maddening.
I know. It's the barber of Seville. Like, it's like, okay, no, he takes people down and chops them up and kill, you know what I mean?
It's just like whenever that sweet little girl was killed on that train recently. And Van Jones says, well, we don't know what that guy's going through. Well, I don't give a rat's ass what that guy's going through.
I know.
I don't care what that guy's going through. We're all going through something. I'm not murdering someone on a train because I'm having a bad day or a bad life. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I don't care. I don't care.
Well, there's the name of your podcast.
Seriously.
Jennifer Diebler doesn't care.
And so it's just maddening that anyone would even say such a thing. And even that was days before Charlie was killed. And Van Jones was saying that Charlie Kirk was spewing hate.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I feel like he has freaking blood on his hands. I'm sorry.
Well, but see, you can't do that.
Why can't I? He can't get on television to millions of people and say, this guy is spewing hate. And expect people not to take that to heart and go, oh, well, then I need to. And he even said in his text messages, I'm tired of the hate that he says. I'm tired of all the hate that he spews.
But even if he picks it up as hate, he still can't go kill somebody. You can't make
I know you
Van
can't.
Jones. I don't think Van Jones has blood on his hands.
What I'm saying is,
Van Jones didn't pick up a rifle.
I know he didn't, but I'm tired of, I mean, and they say, oh, well, but we all need to calm down the rhetoric, talking about the right needs to calm down their rhetoric. Well, they're not the one calling people fascist Nazis.
You were say something else.
What?
I thought you were going to say something else.
Oh, okay. And so, I mean, that is what the lady that was running for president
I know.
said, that we were fascists. What in the world?
I know.
I mean, so I'm sorry. It is not the same. We are not the same. Both sides are not the same. I'll die on that hill.
Stay fresh cheese bags. We're out.
Exactly. Yeah, this is going to be a short one. We got to sort out how this is going to go. But
Yeah.
peace out, water.
I mean, you're going to get some comments from that for sure.
Do we have any comments from what we wanted to talk about?
Let me just say, I mean, I feel like you're going to feel different. Well, not just you. All of us are going to feel a little different. Because I do a lot of grief counseling, I know that it's weird how a week will go by and you mark a week and then you feel a little different after that week. And I think all of us are feeling mad and sad and scared. And so we need, and when I say scared, I don't think we're scared.
Yeah, what do you mean by that?
Well, I don't think that we're scared for being shot. But I think
scared of the way the country's going, maybe?
Yes, I think maybe we're going, oh,
well, that is wild. Yeah.
Right. And I wonder if
normal.
this is how, when our parents were little and they shot JFK and RFK.
I was saying, I can't imagine how that must have felt.
Right.
They shot those JFK, MLK, RFK, all right then.
Yeah.
I wonder, I'd like to know, I don't know the history on it, but
well,
I know
and then there was Chappaquiddick.
I know they were all close in time. And I can't imagine going through that. And I think also if Trump would have been shot and killed back in June, I can't imagine what that would have done.
Okay. I totally agree.
Oh my gosh. It would have just the hopelessness we feel with Charlie Kirk getting shot. And a lot of people didn't even know who he was.
Yeah.
I can't imagine someone that public.
But here's the thing that and I'm not trying to silver lining this because that's the worst thing you can do for someone who's going through this. But because I didn't know Charlie Kirk personally and I didn't consume his content, not because I was against it, I just didn't pay attention. I think probably most people who didn't know Charlie Kirk are now paying attention.
Yeah.
And
Which is so cool because he was so good at what he did.
yeah, he was really good at what he
He
did.
was so good at what he did.
And look, I'm just showing my cards from what I've heard of him. Of course, I don't agree with everything anybody says, really, but his ability to get people to listen and, in front of a couple thousand people have this, like, even though it's quick, one-on-one conversation with somebody and
Crazy.
respect their view. And I mean, but what I think the thing that I'm paying attention to is that, this will be I remember where I was moment
Yeah.
for a lot of people. And even kids who maybe didn't pay attention to Charlie Kirk, they're going to remember when their parents talked, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so it
I
seems
think most
like
kids do pay attention
they
because
do.
he comes across on their TikTok,
Yeah.
they comes across on their reels.
So I think, I think that we're going to, I wouldn't want for this to happen, but even a week into it, we are seeing some beauty come from it. People are paying attention. Like you said, people are, my friend Brian Yakubowski, when Dad died, I was up there for the funeral, came back, and I mean, you remember how I didn't really process any of that until we got back here. And I spent the next week just sort of in a what do I do now kind of thing. And Brian called me and he said, man, was praying for you today. And I think I really just want to encourage you to lean into tenderness right now. He said, because you could lean into bitterness and you're allowed, but you know where that goes.
Yeah.
Or you could lean into tenderness and see if some beauty can come of this. And I don't know that I wanted to hear that right then, but I really didn't need to. And he delivered it so loving.
Yeah, he's good at that.
I know that he cares about me, and and I feel like I did try to lean into. I think what he said helped, and so if we can, I think it would honor him if we could somehow stay tender in this. I don't think
It
that
is
Charlie
hard.
would want. I don't think that he would want this to be Charlie Kirk's war, like after he dies. And
Well, I think we've proved that it's not that. I mean, it's not turned into a war except for trying to figure out the truth.
right.
That's kind of a war. And then also the fact that people are literally celebrating it is just
Well, that's insane.
sickening.
Yeah,
And so that's
it's
hard.
insanity.
That's really hard to
Yeah.
deal with because and Sadie has told us she's seen tons of kids reels just celebrating.
Yeah,
And that is scary. There's something wrong with a person who does that. And that is a scary thought. Like, what is wrong with you?
So,
I heard one girl say, why are we stopping with just him? His wife and kids need to go. They believe the same way he does. Why are we stopping with just him? And I'm like, what are you talking about? I mean, I don't know what is wrong with people. I don't know how to handle that.
yeah.
That is
Well-
a scary thought. That there are people out there who would do that.
What do you think when I say, like, what if I say, you know what, make yourself aware of the things that are going on, but it doesn't help us to pay attention to that meaninglessness. I mean,
No, I know. But I do think that just goes back to the gaslighting thing of we need to calm down the rhetoric.
well, that's even different than somebody celebrating. The celebrating thing is just
There's
overt.
just what I'm saying is if someone, Van Jones, was murdered, no one that I could, follow, talk to, no one would celebrate someone on the left being murdered.
Yeah.
They just wouldn't.
This is weird. This is the most you and I have talked about this. Well, because, even though our kids are older, we still don't want to have this on with the kids around. And,
And it annoys Hutch.
yeah.
And Sadie,
And in a way, it
Sadie is
didn't happen to us. You know, we
Right.
got to live our life. It's just this weird parallel. Like it's this like strange adjacency. Like we're adjacent to it. We're not really in it.
but it's national.
You're right. But I'm just saying, like, I'm just realizing right now this is probably the most we've talked about it.
Well, yeah, probably.
And you've needed to. You're
Yeah.
so much more of a verbal processor than
Yeah.
you ever thought you were.
I know. I really have to talk about stuff.
You do.
I know.
And I actually have become less of one.
Well, I think you thought you were, but you really you get in a funk and just get quiet.
Well, I mean, just the other night, you're like, "What's going on with you?"
Yeah, for
And
about
I didn't.
a week,
I didn't
you
even.
were just like,
Well, I got sick, but I didn't
In a
even.
funk.
I didn't even. I didn't know that I was not being verbal. Do you know what I mean? That's what's so weird about the dynamic that you and I have, is that our public thing, whatever it is or was or whatever, you just want me to be the spokesperson for it.
so badly.
So I mean, but it's the
It's
only.
just the way it's always been.
It's the only context that when that's what you want. Like you get the 90 minutes of the show and whenever the mics are on, but that is not us. Like you are much more opinionated, know-it-all-ish. Like
what?
come on. And you definitely know more facts than I do because you pay attention. But when we're not in front of a microphone, it is not us. You are a verbal processor. You want to talk. If you're in a car with 3 other people and there's an elephant in there.
Oh, I can't handle an elephant in the room. I cannot. I'll say something.
I mean, I've been going through some spiritual stuff in the past where her and I will talk about it, and then a friend will come to the house, and I'll be like, hey, can you, like,
Can you not?
yeah,
I can't.
I'll just be like, hey, this is probably going to come between me and this guy, so can you just not bring that up tonight?
Sorry.
And she'll be like,
Hey,
oh,
hey,
yeah.
how do you feel about
Hey,
this?
how do you feel about this? And I'll be like, babe, didn't I specifically say?
Like my sister in the car on that road trip.
Oh my gosh.
Please, whatever you do, don't bring this up. Don't bring this up. And I mean, literally, it was the last leg of the road trip. And I was just like, bleh.
Yep.
I had to. I couldn't handle it.
I came home.
I can't handle it.
I felt like, and I know this is being kind of vague, but I don't want to. I felt like the Lord, and this is, I'm trying to think, maybe 3 or 4 times in my life that I have kind of asked the Lord for something, and it's come kind of quick, and it's been kind of out of left field, and it almost feels like it has a voice. No, it's not audible. But I mean, I'm 50, and this has happened like 3 times. So it happens to me. This is probably 2011, 2012.
That was 2012.
Then
Because I remember when.
I go home and I tell Jennifer, I said, hey, I know this is weird and random, but I think that we're moving to California in February.
Yes.
And now what's weird about this is May.
It was very specific.
And I said, so look, I want to tell you because I just want you to know that I feel like I heard that, but I want you to put this in the vault, and I don't want you to ever tell anyone.
Yeah.
Because if it is God, let's just see it play out.
And what did I do?
The next day.
I literally told my friend.
The next
like
day.
I was just like, hey, guess what? I'm so sorry. I can't hold it.
If I don't want you to tell somebody something, I'm better off just not saying that, and you're more likely to forget.
It's like when Brian.
But if I tell you, don't tell anybody.
That's right. If you say, hey, put this in the vault, it's really hard. Well, it depends on what it is. If it's a good thing, like I was excited to move to California.
Yeah.
But I mean, if it's
I know.
If it's a serious thing, I can hold it in.
You can?
Well, unless, I mean, not on that road trip. I did a bad job.
I know. It's like holding a fart. You cannot do it.
I held it in that whole trip. I had to get it out. It was not healthy for me.
Oh my gosh.
I had to let that go.
And that thing that you let go.
It stunk up the car too.
Man, the thing that you let go was told to me by someone who said, I don't want anyone to know this.
Oh wait, no. No,
That
not
was
the car
another
trip.
time?
I'm talking about the road trip with my sisters and my mom.
Oh, gosh, yes. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, that blew up, didn't it?
That blew up bad. Yeah.
But, look, the good thing is it didn't thwart God. You know what I mean? The thing still happened. It was just like you could not.
I know. I'm sorry. Hey, if you think of anybody you want us to talk to.
Yeah. We actually need to
We
roll
need to-
out here.
yeah.
A couple of things I want to say. Because this is, for now, the gospel according to Jennifer or her side of the story, whatever. A couple of you have already done this. But I would love for you to send in topics, like
Yeah, that's what I
stuff
want.
that you want her to talk about.
Yes.
Because she gets nervous enough to talk on the mic that she'll practice.
I will?
Oh, yeah. If I tell you ahead of time, you'll start thinking about it.
Oh, I'll think about it, but I won't practice.
No, but you'll be like, okay, I need to take this
Oh,
serious.
no, I will if I have a topic, I'll study it
Yeah.
up on it in my brain. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll think about it hard. So let me know.
So bring it on.
Bring it on.
Is there anything else you want to say before we go?
I don't think so.
We did get a comment from the guy. You remember how there was this whole thing that you called Drew fat?
Yes, it's just,
And so you actually did.
don't feel like it was really me calling Drew fat, but whatever.
So there was a guy last week that texted me, and I read his message where he had the transcript of Jennifer actually sort of calling Drew fat. And so he wrote me, "What's up, Jeremy? I forgot all about my last message to you until you surprised my wife and I as we were listening to the podcast this week. Lots of laughs. Anyway, so they were listening. They had no idea.
Oh, how funny. You fat.
Tell Jennifer she doesn't owe me anything except first in line to host a house show
Oh, fun.
for the 30-year anniversary one of these days project."
Oh, yes. Hey, we need to do that. Do you guys think we should do that? I think we should do the 30-year. We talked about it last week, but
And he said, and maybe
Let's do it.
maybe a spot on the guest list for the podcast if you come through town. My wife and I have been huge fans of FFH since high school.
oh my gosh.
So we would love to hear some new music and even have you in Indiana, which I think that's doable.
Yeah, let's do that.
Like a one of these days release show at this guy's house.
Well, I mean, I think maybe I don't know if we should do how should we do it? Should we do a Kickstarter-y kind of thing and have if you donate this much, blah, blah, blah? Or do we just do house shows? Call it
I
a
think
day?
if you can organize some kind of
I'm now running a podcast and a Kickstarter.
That's right. If you can get it going, great. I would love to do this project. I would love to be able to just fund it ourselves. But I'm busier than I've been in a long time, and so
you could still use some clients.
right. I got 3 client spots open. Here's what's weird. I got 3 paying client spots open. So Jennifer and me, when we started to do this work with Soul Care, and we both felt like, yeah, you've got this training, you should do it. We started a nonprofit, and so I try not to turn away clients based on money.
Yeah.
So I have got tons of clients. Thankfully, I do have a good chunk of paying clients. And then I've got a couple that are scholarshiped through the nonprofit, but I do need a couple more paying ones.
You need paying clients.
Why
But
are you
also,
laughing?
it's just funny. Or people to scholarship.
Right.
The ones who aren't paying.
Which is great. I do have some people that they won't work with us anymore because, for whatever reason they're finished, and they'll go, "Hey, look, I want to sponsor someone. So
Yeah.
even though we're not working together, let me take that money and that is
So
great."
that's also helpful too.
Yeah. Look, man, people are people are sad, and it's right under the surface. I mean, I went to AAA right before we started recording. And I sat with this guy, Alex, and he's wonderful. I don't think we're going to be able to get the thing
It's not
worked
going
out.
to work out.
But we did do about an hour of just processing his dad's death.
Oh, my
His
gosh.
mom's death. And his mom got one of the most aggressive forms of ovarian cancer you can get. He's from LA, but he and his wife and their son live here. They were out there visiting for January. Said goodbye to him. His mom ran over, they had no idea anything was going on. A couple weeks later, February, his dad calls and is like, "Hey man, your mom is sick. She's got cancer." And he said, when I hear cancer, that's awful, but people don't die of cancer very much now.
Right.
So he's thinking,
Yeah.
and then he got a call like the next week, "Hey man, you need to come home. You need to," and he's like, "What?"
Wow.
He gets a call the next week. It's like, "Bump your trip up, get here now."
Wow. How sad.
I know. She was gone.
Wow.
He said you could watch it, usually it's day to day. He said we could watch it take her hour by hour.
Wow. That's awful.
It's awful. So anyways, we were, and I have learned, I did some training for this, and I've learned, what did I say, 4,000 hours now of the right questions, but we were in the deep end within 3 minutes.
Right.
And man, of course, my dad died unexpected, so we were able to talk about that, but it's, on the surface, we're talking about health insurance, and just underneath, somebody's mom just died.
Right. I mean, it's everybody.
Yeah. And so, we probably need to be giving each other a lot of grace right now for trying to figure out how to feel.
Yes. But we don't excuse you for stabbing someone in the neck on the train, no matter what you're going through.
That's the line?
That's the line.
Okay.
That's where we draw the line.
Okay.
No grace for that.
Also, if you happen to get stabbed in the neck on a train, don't sit back down.
Well, I don't know that
Run around.
Run around.
Like, run around. Like,
Does anybody know what that's from? Run around. We know.
The talking
But I wonder
dog.
if anybody... Don't say it. I wonder if anybody else would know what it was.
Okay. Look at you. You're showing stomach.
Hi. Being sexy on my podcast.
I love that shirt like that. Tied up like that.
But you can't see it. Just you can.
What's funny is the sweats that are on underneath.
Yes, they're so nice.
Shout out to Buck Mason. I went to Buck Mason yesterday, and I needed to get some hoodies, and they are expensive clothes. But I have a couple of pair of pants that are like 2 or 3 years old, and they've just got
Hutch
little.
used to work there, so
yeah,
maybe
they've
get
got
his discount.
some tears in them and stuff, and they're like, "Bring them in, dude. Bring them tomorrow. We will change them out.
Crazy.
If it's our fault."
I don't know how they do that.
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right. How do you want to end these?
I don't
Do you
know.
want to
This
do
is
like a benediction?
Very rambly. I feel like we're pulling a Brian Smith right now.
No, but I'm saying, are you going to have like a tagline?
Oh, I don't know. I need to come up with one.
Like, didn't Ellen, wasn't she like, be kind to each other?
Yeah, isn't that hilarious?
Be kind to one another.
I'm
going to
gonna.
treat them like crap, but you should.
You be kind. I'm not.
I'm too rich to be kind.
Yeah, that's right. I don't know. We'll come up with something.
You need to come up with a tagline that suits you.
Right. Not
Like-
stay fresh cheese bags.
Like, well, what did you say? Like, now it's my turn or my side or
My side of the
Yeah.
story.
all right.
All right. See you later.
That's how you're doing it. That's how you're going to end it.
That's
See you later.
That's how it's happening right now.
You don't want to say like, email me, give your Instagram account.
We could sing Lord Bless You.
No. We could say God, but don't. Tell them your Instagram account.
This is my Ginstagram, and it's not connected to my name at all. So I may have to change that.
Yeah.
I disconnected it from my name for obvious
I wonder
reasons.
if we should do, just for the time being, since we're kind of migrating our audience, just as a placeholder, what if we did the Gospel According to Jennifer?
Okay.
And that way, as you're figuring out your name, we could at least,
So I'm changing should I change my Instagram?
Yeah,
too?
why don't you?
All right, then
And
it
I'll
will
make-
be the
I'll
Gospel
make you a
According
little-
to, that's going to be so long.
I'll make you one that says, I'll make you a little placeholder. I'll make you a little logo.
Aw.
Yeah.
Thanks, babe.
You're welcome.
All right. The Gospel According to Jennifer. All right. And what are you on Instagram?
I'm just Jeremy Sean Deibler, but
With
I'm
an O.
you know where I am right now? Sidecar.
You're such a jerk.
This is where you've always wanted me.
That is not true.
Yes, it is. You want to be driving the cycle and steering.
I
You be-
know. I want to be a ventriloquist. You know that's the way
I know,
it is.
but
I want to say I want to speak through you. I want to be the Holy Ghost
no,
for you.
We're one of those little German motorcycles where I'm down in the
No.
I've got my
you're
little scarf on.
loving this. You have little goggles
Yep,
on.
I got my goggles, my scarf. I'm your little dog, and you are driving the thing with the mustache
you
and everything.
love this. You
Yep.
love it.
Vroom vroom with Jennifer.
I need a beret.
You do.
A little cigarette.
All right.
All right. See you
Bye.
later.